Thank you very much for that.
Yeah.
It is such a pleasure to be here with you. Oh, wow. So phenomenal. I know.
We feel the same about you. But we're with you whether you drag your physical bodies to a room or not.
Every asking, I feel it. I knew I was going to be on the stage today. The issue that I am having is, I don't think it's worthiness. It's habitational. I know it came from my environment, but always feeling like I need to do more or be more and not ever being enough.
Yeah. Well, stop it. That was productive. In fact, if you don't stop doing that, we have nothing to punish you with. So your logic is kicking in here, though, isn't it? And so are you saying to us that somehow, some way, you've just practiced those thoughts for long enough that it's not an easy habit to kick?
Not at all.
But do you believe that it is something that can gradually...
Yes.
And what does your logic tell you the best way to find improvement on something is? To talk about the problems of it or to talk about the solutions of it?
I don't know what the solution is. I can't picture that. I can't
But you
see.
But you do. You do know. You do know. So
to be okay.
No, but you do know. You do know because if you have the ability to experience the feeling of the absence of something, it's our promise to you. You have the capacity to feel the presence of it because both ends of the stick are available at all times to you. And so if life has caused you to figure out what you don't want, life has helped you to figure out what you do want. It's just not active right now, so it doesn't feel like you can find it. It's like Esther was sitting looking from her deck at the ocean, but she couldn't see the ocean because there was a marine layer there. But she knew it was there. But she thought it'd be really funny for somebody to come and visit, and they're sitting there and they say, "What's out there?" She says, "I don't know." I don't know. Looks like that every day. I have no idea what's out there. But
I just want to be okay with me. I have this guilt that surrounds my past.
You have to stop it. You got to stop it because every word you speak practices the vibration that works against you. And we get why you're doing it because that's where the momentum is, and momentum is enticing. Yeah. And because those conversations come easily, it feels better to talk about something even if you don't want it than to sit in silence because you can't speak it the way you want it to be. So when is it you want? You say, "I don't know." And we say, "Yes, you do know. You're just not good at saying it yet because you haven't been saying it enough. You're not good at saying it. You're good at saying that. You're so good at saying that we almost can't stop you from saying that. But you can be equally good at the other. It's just going to take a little practice." But the reason that we like the cork analogy so the cork is bobbing up here where you belong, and you hold it under the water. That's what negative emotion is. But when you let go of it, it bobs right back to the surface. The reason we like that analogy so much is because the point that we want to make to you is if you'll stop telling the story you're telling, the other story will emerge. But you got to stop telling the what went wrong story, the I had a hard time story, appreciated story, that it should have been better story. Our friend tried to tell the same story a little bit. He said, "I just think we should have remembered when we were born about this guidance system." We say, you got to stop telling that story too and just start using the guidance system you've got. You see?
More practice.
Yeah, it's just a matter of finding something that, and we know, we can see that so much is working well for you. We can see that. It's obvious. And part of you wants to say, "Yeah, but it's been a struggle that I didn't think I needed to struggle." And we say, "So what?"
Well, not the struggle. It's the struggle within myself. Like, I just, it's just me. And I know it's me. And I really am the hardest on myself. And it's like I'll get to the point where I'm I'm high, I'm floating, I'm in alignment, and then I'll get to the point, and then I freak out, and it's too much. And okay, what do I do next? I don't know what to do. What? Do I just keep going? Does it get better? How could it get better if it's already so good?
The most important thing that we want to say to you is that you can't get to where you want to be from here, from the way you're going about it. And the reason you can't is because there's an opinion that's active within you that feels right. Don't your opinions just feel right? They just do. And you know why they feel right? Because you form an opinion, which is a vibrational frequency, and then law of attraction says, yep, here's some more of that. Yep, here's some more of that. So you feel it, you live it, you feel it, you live it, you feel it, you live it, and then you believe it. A belief's just a thought to keep thinking. And so then we come along and we say, well, just cut that out, and it's not that easy. So you have to find some way. If a train is going 80 miles an hour that way, and you want it to go 80 miles an hour that way, it's not going to all of a sudden just stop going that way 80 miles an hour and start going. It's going to slow down, and it's going to come to a stop, and then it's going to start moving the other way. Otherwise, it's really unpleasant for the passengers on board. And the same thing would be true of you. We don't want you to all of a sudden just start. But there is so much that you already know that you can begin with. For example, that you would be called on here today. Well, that's really quite something. Thousands upon thousands of people come to these seminars every year, and only a handful of them ever come to the hot seat. So that means there was something really strong going on in your vibration, and you knew that. So for you to say, I don't know, is not even true. So that would be a good place to start. Hey, I got in the hot seat. I got to have an up-close conversation with Abraham, and I could feel their appreciation of me. I could feel their knowing of me. I could feel their unconditional love of me. I could feel that they were not asking me to be different in any way, that it wasn't behavior change that they were asking for. They just want me to accept myself in the worthiness that I am. I could see it with everything that I was. I could feel that Abraham was wanting to convey that to me. And I could also feel that if anybody could ever convey it, it's got to be Abraham. Because Abraham, through Esther, was giving it everything they got. And I still was holding it off, which lets me know that I just got a little softening up. And I really liked the way they told the story, that all this well-being is flowing to all of us. And to differing degrees, we are holding it off. And I realize that I've got this sort of prickly thing going on around me where I'm just not letting it in, because I keep practicing the beating of the drum, and I'm just going to stop that pretty soon. I'm going to stop beating that drum because I can feel that worthiness is mine, and I'm looking forward to recognizing it a little more. And what could be better than for me to help me to understand this than to identify something that I want, like I'd like to be in the hot seat, I'd like to talk to Abraham, and then have the realization of it actually occur. What could be a better demonstration that I do have the ability to relax and allow something that I want?
Thank you so much.
I'm going to stop demanding of good things coming to me by pointing out to the people who should have been letting it come that they're not letting it come. And I'm going to start taking complete responsibility about what comes to me. I'm going to choke on the words, it's your fault in my mind. It's not somebody else's fault. You came to live exactly the life that you intended to live because you wanted to get your feet wet. You wanted to get your sea legs. You wanted to experience life. You wanted desire to be very strong within you because you knew if there was strong desire within you that just a little crack of not much resistance would allow that desire to manifest. And what you were describing just now is someone who has strong desire and strong resistance. That's a really strong tug of war that's going on. But then when you let down for a little bit and you don't have the resistance so active within you, then that desire summons in a really strong way. And it's too much. It's more than you can stand because you haven't been practicing it, you see. You've been practicing letting it in and not letting it in and letting it in and not letting it in. Now you want to just start easier, sort of at the beginning, by getting up in the morning and looking for things that feel good and focusing upon those, and then watch the evidence that the universe brings to you. And little by little, you will convince yourself of your worthiness because you will set aside the resistance that has been keeping the revelation or the realization of the things that you want from you. And for you, we'll say it powerfully to you, a lot of you, but we're saying it powerfully to you. You turn so much of the blame toward yourself, but you turn it toward others too. And that blame that you practice is the piece that trips you up the most, whether it's pointed at somebody else or at yourself. It is the most logical thing in the world for you to feel this blame. Because with every fiber of your being, you know you're supposed to feel good. And when you don't, you're just freaking out over it. And that's what we meant when we said your guidance system is with you. You can't not figure this out. You know it's supposed to feel better than this. And when it doesn't, you know that something is wrong. It's just not that you're wrong. You're not wrong. You just got to lighten up a little bit. When you find yourself blaming someone about something, laugh and say, I'd like to give you credit for how bad things are going for me. And I'm used to blaming other people. I blame myself a lot too. But actually, I realize I've been practicing this vibration, and law of attraction brings this stuff to me. And then it comes. I don't like it when I see it. And so I don't want bad things to happen to me. And I don't want the good stuff to be held away. And I've just got this pattern of thought, and I'm getting over it. I'm not doing it as much as I used to do. And it's getting better and better. And good things are happening to me on occasion more frequently. And things are getting better and better for me. And I know that I am the creator of my own reality. And I know that I can tell by the way I feel how well I'm doing. And I'm doing better at starting it earlier in the day so that I can feel when I go astray. And things are just getting better and better for me. And I'm in partnership with source energy. How much better than that can it get for me? I'm in partnership with source energy. You could not be more worthy, you see. And we can't shout it loud enough for you to hear it. But we've worn you down, we can feel. We've worn you down. Your resistance is much softer than it was. We've convinced you just a little bit, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Really good.
So the judgment, I guess the habitational, I want it gone. I just want it to be gone. Just go away from me. That's really what I want. I just want it to be gone.
Well, go away from me, this thing I'm holding to me.
Right.
Go away. When I shout no, that means no. No means no. No, it doesn't. No means come to me, this thing I do not want. Got it. You know what to do. Just be easy about it. Yeah.